Hello and welcome to this video tutorial from Computergaga.com. In this video we will look at using Excel VBA to create a macro to pick names at random from a list. Now I'm talking about picking multiple names here, so not just one name, but I want the user to specify how many names they need out of this list, out of a hat, and then our macro will go in and it will grab that many random yet unique names. It will not get the same name more than once. So this is it in action. I have just a simple little list here, only 15 names down column A, and in cell D3 I have specified how many names I want to retrieve, which in this first example is 5, but I can type any number in there and it will do its job. The names will be extracted and returned into this range here, from cell D6 down to however many I've chosen. So here we go. I have a button up on my toolbar up above, and if I click it, it will grab me 5 unique names from that list. So if I delete that list, press it again, I get a different 5 unique names. And indeed, I can happily come into here and ask for 3 names, and I'll get 3 unique names, or indeed ask for 7, and I will get 7 unique names. So the next part of this video is for me just to have a brief talk through the code that's being used. So I'm just going to click my Developer tab on the ribbon, and my Visual Basic button, so we can see the code that's been used. Now I will provide a link to this code in the description of this video, so you can follow that link. It will take you to a blog post and the code is there for you to simply copy and paste and adapt to your needs. The rest of this video, just going to have a brief walk through what we've got here, some of the key elements of this macro. So we've got some variables defined at the top, and I've used some comments at different parts of this macro to define what I think are maybe the key or the slightly more complex areas. So the first thing we've got here as we step into the main part of the macro is how many names selected to be returned by the user is captured into a variable called how many. So range D3, whatever's in it, assigned to that variable. We then have a redimension of an array variable. So this array variable will store the randomly picked names. So in the first example I gave, when I asked for 5 names, that how many will capture that I've said 5, and then this will redimension an array. It will create an array from 1 to however many I chose, so 5 in that case. So it's a variable that can store 5 different items, 5 different bits of information, 5 different text. As I specified up above, it must be a string data type. I've then found out how many names are in the list. So I've done a count on column A, which is where the list is, and I've stored that into a variable called number of names. How many names are there? Count how much is in it, take away 1 because you have a header row there. So there's 15 names. 16 bits of information, take off 1, 15 names. We then get caught in a do loop. So this do loop has been used to basically keep performing action while you still have names to get. So until you have got enough names, like 5 names. It goes in there and generates a random number first of all. That's assigned to a variable called random number. Rand between 2, so row 2 is the kind of thought process there. And number of names, 15 plus 1, got 16 rows of data. Between 2 and 16, pick a random number, assign it to that variable. We then go into another loop, a loop that uses the lower and upper bounds of the array. It's a typical procedure to loop through arrays here. It's a for next loop, and it's just going to loop through that array, checking to see if that name has already been used. So if the first name in that array, if there is one, is equal to the name from the random number that was generated. So what is in cell random number, for example 8, column 1, basically what is in A8. That would mean, is it equal, is the name there equal to what's in there? If it is, go back to find another random number. If it's not, then just continue. So assign that name into the variable and increment it ready for next time round. And it will keep doing that until it has 5 unique and random names. And then the next step is to put that data on the worksheet. So starting with, I think it was D6, so variable up above, start from 6, and that says, from cells, row 6, column 4, so D6, input the first name, increment like the next row number, so 7 in this case, come back round, get the next name, in it goes into row 7, column 4. Next up, in it goes into row 8, column 4, and so on. All the way through the array until you've got all 5 names, or whatever they chose. So I know that was quite brief. This is not to pretend to be a full Excel VBA lesson here. It's a brief example of what we've got. To repeat myself, this code is in, there'll be a link in the description for this code. Please feel free to follow it, copy, grab this code, do what you wish with it. I will also put a link in the description to our online Excel VBA course. So for anyone who's looking to boost their skills or learn VBA from scratch, we have a comprehensive online Excel VBA course which will go through all the skills that have been used in this video and a lot more to create similar or even better macros and sub-procedures. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video and find it useful. Please check out some of our other videos on our YouTube channel or check us out at Computergaga.com.